We bring you this regularly scheduled scrapbooking video for a public service announcement. Don't start your layout before you turn on your camera, especially when it looks as amazing as that. So I stamped my background. That is just a piece of Nina 110-pound cardstock. I stamped it all over and created my own pattern paper using linen ink from Close to My Heart and a ton of stamps. All different Wild Whisper stamps from all different sets. Then I adhered those 3 pieces of the banner and fishtailed them and laid out how I wanted to do my layout, glanced at the clock, glanced at my iPad and realized it wasn't recording. Seriously? Alright. So anyway, I am using the Sweater Weather collection from Wild Whisper for today's video, as well as all of the stamps. The design team for the beginning of this month will be working with any of their older collections and products that they have in their stash, because a lot of us have not received the new collections that are being released yet. So when I went through my Wild Whisper collection, I had the least amount of Sweater Weather. And so I decided that Sweater Weather would be the collection I work with. The idea being that I could use it up and get it out of my stash. And so that's what I'm doing. I only have one piece of Sweater Weather, full 12 by 12 paper, and I think it's going to get used. It's going to get used on another layout because I won't have my stuff by next week. So I'm going to take that full sheet of paper and mix it with some of the other elements of a different collection and use it. So what I'm doing here is I have these 2 photos. I've created and stamped my background. I stamped a camera, which is from Focus on You. I love that camera. It is the most fabulous. It's easy to cut out. It makes super fun embellishments. I really, really like it. And then I also, from one of the journaling cards, had fussy cut this fox, and I decided that I would use him too. So my idea behind this layout is that these photos are not fall photos in any way, shape, or form, but they have fall colors in them. So my nephew is wearing navy and orange. And then these photos are just some super fun photos. My sister was trying to take photos of her baby because he turned 7 months. And my nephew, who is almost 3, decided that he was going to photobomb his brother. So every picture my sister took, my nephew Tristan's little face is popping out from behind the backdrop that my sister had on. So she had this whole setup to get really nice photos of him, and my nephew just popped his head around every time she went to snap a picture. So I decided that that was super cute and funny, and that was what I wanted to focus on. She did get a couple without him in it, but I wanted the ones of him in it because just so much character right there. So because I have those sequins and the stamps up at the top, another epic failure in the video department this go round, that glare means that my video is dark, and I'm sorry. Apparently I was just epically failing at life this day. So I grabbed my tiny attacher and I attached a piece of cork because, you guys, I have the hugest stash of cork and felt from Speak Mom Scraps before she discontinued this cork elements in her shop. I have tons of it. And then I bought cork to make my own embellishments. So I decided I would pull some out and use it on this layout because why not? So I'm going to grab these alphabet stickers and create my title. I'm going to use these foam alphabets, which are Fitzgerald, which I love. This is my absolute favorite font in the entire world. And we need more of them. American Crafts, if you're listening. Foam Fitzgerald thickers, if you please. More, lots more. They should be like a flagship. They should be like the thicker flagship font. That's my story. Because seriously, I can spell photobombed across an 8.5 layout, 8.5 by 11.8 layout, with room to spare. Ta-da! Okay, that's my rant about Fitzgerald thickers. So I'm going to continue to get my title down, and then we'll add just a little bit of fun to this layout. So I wanted a little more color on this layout, and I have these copper clips from Felicity Jane, and I'm going to use them for something here. And then I also grabbed some teal sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I grabbed my Spiced Marmalade Distress ink because I wanted to pull. So I have that gorgeous background, and I didn't want to cover it up, so I didn't want to cut any more things. I didn't want to add any more embellishment to my layout on top of, you know, on top of my background, because I meticulously stamped that entire background. So I was really not wanting to cover up more of it than I absolutely had to. So these are little splatters, and they are from the Rooted Love stamp set. And so I'm just stamping them around with the Spiced Marmalade ink to give it a little bit of the orange, to pull the orange around the layout without covering up any of my stamped background any more than I had to. And then I'm going to grab my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive in my fine line bottle, and I'm going to glue down just the teal wood grain sequins that are in this mix. I'd love to tell you what this mix is, but it's an older one, and it's in a package that isn't marked, which means Jody sent it to me before she had the packaging together for it, because sometimes she would do that, send me stuff really crazy early. So I have the wood grain, but I'm just pulling out the teal wood grain sequins from that mix. Again, because I want to pull the orange and the teal colors through the layout without covering up my background. So I went ahead and I punched some labels, and I used one label to do just a little bit of journaling and one label to add the date of my photo. I'm going to attach those pieces to my layout using those coppery clips from Felicity Jane, which pulls in a little more of that orangey teal color. And that's pretty much going to complete this layout. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you head over to the Wild Whisper website and take a peek at all the fun goodies that they have. You'll probably be able to snag the new releases before I get mine. Ha! And don't forget, you can always use my code DTSarah, all capital letters, to save a little bit on your order. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye!